Buffalo. I'm riding through like the Sabres, Saberhood. Bills Mafia, yo, what's up? This is Why So Serious, Stevie Johnson. I'm going to be in the building at KeyBank Center to represent the Sabres and the Buffalo Bills on Bills Night. And I want you to be in the building with me October 28th. Look, I want y'all to bring y'all SJ13 jerseys or any Buffalo Bill jerseys y'all got. And if I see you, gotta get that John Hank, that Stevie Johnson on it. All right? Make sure y'all handle biz, have fun, and repeat. Saberhood and Bills Mafia. Let's go. Yes.
It is October 28th. The day has arrived.
Let's
so
go.
good to see you, Stevie
Was that
Johnson.
a bowling alley?
Yeah, that was the alley, man.
That is so cool. I'm like, wait a second. Looks like a bowling alley.
Yeah, a little spare time. Spare time.
Good.
No pun intended, because I do hit those spares.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
You're better than me. Sabres Live. What a special day. It's Bills Day. Game night tonight. Note the start time, 6:45. So that's a little unusual. It's all part of the 16-game NHL schedule. This is the second time this year and final time that all 32 teams will be playing on the same night. So there's a whole bunch of staggered start times across the league, and we've got 6:45 for our opening face-off / kickoff tonight.
Frozen frenzy. Frozen frenzy.
What are you doing today? You're in arena hosting?
Dude, yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I'm so excited, too, because back in San Diego, we don't have a hockey team. So
Well, you got the goals.
The goals are AHL, but yes.
Yeah, but it's not like the
I know.
Sabres, though.
You're
It's not
right.
like
You're
this.
right.
It's the arena, the vibes, so being able to get on the mic and just enjoy it with the crowd is going to be something special.
So have you done any training for the arena hosting job? Did you have to go through, like, a step of, the evaluation process, the audition, or you're like, no, I'm coming in.
No, yeah.
The
They say,
energy's
hey,
going to be up.
just go out there and do it, man. So I'm just going to, have some fun and ride off the vibes,
You're getting right off the saber-tooth vibe.
Yeah.
Like, you got to hang out with the man saber-tooth.
Absolutely.
And really get crazy in there. But so when you played here, how often would you find yourself catching up on the games and maybe coming to games so that you'd be familiar with the town and what they support?
See, I would usually come to at least 5 to 6 of the games.
Okay.
I wasn't really familiar with it, but cool story. I had a friend, just randomly met him on social media, and he's a teacher named Mike. Shout out to Mike, and he brought me to my first Sabres game, and that was where it just clicked, and it was around this time, around Halloween time. So it's pretty cool to be back. That's why I love this spirit of it and love being around the community.
So the one thing that I think is interesting, like in hockey, if there's a scrums, everybody's just, grabbing one another, and, there's going to be a few punches. The referees back off, and then they get in. In football, when there's a scrum, the referees, they blow their whistles. I'm like, you're not going to do anything. These guys are 300-plus pounds, and you can't get in there. But it's almost like the refs have to, get the whistle going just to try to stop it.
And it's not even necessary, And plus, they got on helmets. You guys barely have helmets. I'm looking at the French Connection out there.
Yeah.
They was playing without helmets.
Yeah, but they were, yeah.
So it's like, some things you gotta let slide. It's a physical game in football, and just like hockey. In hockey, they seem to figure it out. Let them get that aggression out. Go sit them down for a minute, then come back in here. And so that's how it should go.
Do you see much hockey in your travels and day-to-day? Like, do you stop in any other cities?
No. Only in the Bay Area. So I'm from the Bay Area, and we got the Sharks out there.
Yeah.
But I live in San Diego, so I don't really get to go there a lot. But my
Right.
friends all talk about the Sharks. So I'm always holding down Sabres. I'm Buffalo through and through. And what we're building here is pretty nice. We got a great mix of guys, young and seasoned vets.
Yep.
And, I'm looking forward to seeing how the season go. I mean, we're rolling right now.
Well, we're rolling now.
4-1-1 in the last
4-1-1
six with Columbus here tonight.
0-3. So the difference is, when you played 16 games in the NFL, now they got 17. We got 82 actually moving to 84 next year. So you can start the season 0-3 and recover. In football, if you started 0-3, that was tough. Like, you had to get on a massive roll to be able to get in. So what other difference do you think there is when it comes to, what you did in football and when you see or talk to some of the players and what they have to deal every day?
You know what? For me personally, this is something interesting. Okay, in my position, I'm a wide receiver. We were just talking about this. I'm 6'3".
Yeah.
Duh. Yeah.
He's
We
a lot taller than I
confirmed
thought he
6'3".
I'm looking up to both of you.
Yeah. Hey, and look, you see guys my height or smaller. Sometimes you will see a 6'6", 6'7" type of guy, but when you look at hockey, you have 6'6", Slickster. Hey, my guy. Hey, so look, you see 6'6", 6'7" guys. Those are the athletes here in hockey in their own skates.
Yeah.
So that's the thing that's kind of trippy to me, and that stands out. You know, yeah, our game is physical, it's bang bang, and you're like, how do these guys do that? But you got to think, like, I'm tall, but look at Tage. Tage is 6'6", you know.
But hockey and the toughness filters all the way down to the guys that are 5'8" to 5'10" that still play in many cases as big as those guys that are 6'7".
Exactly.
It's wild.
So, dude, yeah, it's so wild to see these guys moving on the ice, just like they probably see us out there on the field. Like, how are they doing? Is making these plays between this and that. But like, we're in awe also, so it's big respect.
Now, when we teased you were coming on the show yesterday, producers Sam said we're going to have a special guest, and then he put a picture of the Joker, and when he says why so serious, and then somebody got it right away. It was like Stevie Johnson's coming. So what was behind that moment where you pulled your shirt and it said why so serious under? Like, what was the build up, and why did that happen?
You know what? Good question. And it was a lot of things, actually. I mean, the movie was coming out during that week. I was getting in trouble for having fun on the field. I was getting fined a lot by the team, by the NFL, and I was just one of those guys like how our young guys are now. You know, let them play and have fun. If you go handle your business, let them have fun. And I was getting fined for it. So, you know, before the game, I ended up going into the Cincinnati Bengals locker room, and it was Terrell Owens and Chad Ochocinco. Yeah. They had magazines on each of their lockers, and it had them in a Batmobile and saying that Batman and Robin. So I'm like, all this is happening to me. I'm feeling like, why so serious? Why is everybody so, you know what I mean, on me? So I went and told Fitz, I say, Fitz, I got something for you today. I went into the room, I drew like the Joker face on me, and then I wrote the why so serious on my shirt. I didn't show anybody that. And then so the game started, and we went down quick, 21 points. I'm like, oh, man, I guess I'm not going to be able to show this shirt. And something happened. Drayton Florence got a turnover. And then, like, it just felt like the vibes was changing. We in the huddle, and I'm talking to Fitz. I say, Fitz, have you ever had a comeback before? And he was like, I almost had a comeback in St. Louis, but we didn't get it. I was like, Fitz, just find me. Just find me. And he said, all right, I got you. Man, 3 touchdowns later, I lift up the shirt. Why so serious? It was a phenomenon. I did not know it was going to be as big as it was. It's just special.
Didn't get fined for that one, though.
I definitely got fined for that again. It's like it just kept on going, but it's like now you see in today's game, they allow it, you know. So I guess, you know, I had to take those hits for the younger guys now to just have fun.
You guys weren't even allowed to do touchdown celebration, and now you can have fun.
Right.
Although Josh Allen had a little awkward touchdown celebration this week. Didn't know what to do, and he was stuck there.
Dude, he scored so many. It's like he ran out of celebrations. Just give it to the lineman.
70 rushing touchdown for Josh Allen.
Yeah,
that's
amazing.
Pretty crazy.
How many for this guy?
Oh, boy. I'm going to say, I was going to say probably in the 40.
No. Yeah. Reverse your jersey number.
34? Oh, yeah,
34.
Okay. 34.
I
got like
nice.
40
got
around
it.
there. But
got it.
8 years total, 6 years with the Bills.
Yes.
You clearly, as you stated, like, just bleed this city. What is it like for tonight? Like, with this collaboration, Bills and Sabres, it's Bills night here, and obviously there's going to be an awful lot of Bills theme through the whole. Well, I think we might have some nice jerseys on tonight,
we
too.
may represent. That's good.
Like, how did you become so connected to it? Because obviously hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pro athletes come through here.
Great question.
People come and go. But
great question.
You know,
I took pride in it. When I came here, everybody was looking sad. It wasn't what it was now. Like right now, you would think of Buffalo and see lights and, hey, big games, MVPs, et cetera, et cetera. But back when I was here, it just seemed like it was gloomy days. And I think I was that energy, like, come on, look at the fans, like teammates. Look at the fans. They're here all the time. Yeah. And you guys aren't giving them anything when you create a first down or make a touchdown. You don't even acknowledge them. So I was like, that's going to be the way I'm going to be seen as a 7th rounder, you know, who don't really get those opportunities. I'm going to utilize the fan base. And when I made a play, I got my opportunity, and I acknowledged the fans. Let's go. Come on. And then message boards. They start getting on social. Yeah. And, like, that was what really made me have that loyalty to the fan base, because without their support, I don't believe I would have been here as long as I was, if I was just being quiet and playing it by the books,
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that, and then to go on with this collaboration, that's so cool. Like I love hybrid things.
Yeah.
I love hybrid things, and to be able to fuse the Bills Mafia with the Saberhood is amazing. Why not? It's special.
And it's kind of crazy, like the way you phrased it with like message boards, which preceded social. Like at the front end of your career, like social wasn't really
wasn't
a
there,
thing
yeah.
yet.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
like, do you love it? Is that a thing that is and would you love it more if you were playing now?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I was, man, I really think about it every day. Like I was running through walls, like injuries, playing through injuries, and it really took a toll on me to where I can't really do those bursts like I can. And I was just thinking, like, man, in today's game, I would have been out there after I scored. I would have been on live. I would have been doing so much stuff to connect the community. You know what I mean? Just so they can see the inside of it.
Yeah.
And now they got that opportunity though, and it's cool though. I love that.
Who was or maybe you can't pick just one, but who were some of your favorite teammates? You talk about Fitz, and we see Fitz on the TV now, ripping his shirt here, showing his chest every time he can.
So natural.
So natural. But who were some of your favorite teammates from those years in Buffalo?
So I'm gonna give props to Fitz first because he sacrificed a lot for me to make the plays that I did. Knowing the unconventional routes that I had, and I wasn't running it to script how coaches would want it, but he sacrificed and held the ball a little bit longer, or he gave me signals, you do you, and I'll figure it out from there.
He was doing this?
He would
like
do this before I go out to the lineup. Stevie, he'd call a play in the huddle, then you look at me, Stevie, and that means you do your thing, and I'm gonna read you. Wow. And like that's just the sacrifice that he would do. So that's cool. Fred Jackson was one of those guys who looked out for everybody. You didn't have to talk to him all the time, but you can just see the way he moved around the locker room, and he protected us in a sense of, if somebody's going to lose their temper, he's there. You always need a player like that with you. Eric Wood was another guy. I battled him in college for 2 years. He was in Louisville, I was in Kentucky. We battled each other. He got one. We was 1-1. And then he came to Buffalo and became a young captain, and that was pretty cool. So it's a lot of guys, DBs. I mean, Drayton Florence is one guy on defense who taught me a lot about space creating and the IQ of why a DB is doing what he's doing based off of what the offensive player is doing. So I give props to him also.
You ever hear Eric Wood sing? Because every summer I go to the Jim Kelly golf tournament. There's always like these tents set up and food, and there's a karaoke or a band, and Eric Wood is always there singing like country songs. The first time I heard him, maybe I had too much to drink. I thought he sounded good. This summer it wasn't so good.
You had too much, or he had had too much?
Well, maybe we both had too much.
A little bit of both.
This summer, it wasn't as good as I remember. He was still out there singing.
Yeah, you got to work on them vocal cords. But yeah, I heard him singing in training camp one time. He was he was feeling himself a little bit. He earned this captain role, and we was up in the dorms. He was having a good time.
So you talk about, like, hockey season starts a little after football, and the first big team get-together and team party is the Halloween party usually. Because you circled that on the calendar. You're like, okay, let's find a spot around Halloween where we can all get together, everybody gets costume, and we get a big party going on. I don't know if it was the same thing with football, but we have a poll at Sabres Live on X right now, and the Sabres just had their Halloween party. Who was the best costume? So I don't know if in the control room we can put the costumes. So I'll bring my laptop over, and so you can see this is the Scooby-Doo gang, like Paige Thompson, Alex Tuck, Rasmus Dahlin is the dog. So there's the Scooby-Doo. This is Up, the movie Up, with the house and the balloon going up. So Hulk Hogan with the Ring Girl, obviously, that's another good one. So what do you think? And then we have Zach Benson, who's dressed like Alex Tuck. Is not featured on this, but which one do you like best out of the one we showed right now?
You know what? I really love the creativity of the Up with the house and the balloons, but I'm gonna go with the Scooby-Doo gang. It just brought me back to watching the Scooby-Doo, and it was so on point. It was real accurate. I thought that was the
It's
best.
leading right now on the poll, but so that's what it is. It's got 67%. I voted for Zach Benson as Alex Tuck because I think that's always fun when you show up as one of your teammates. Like, that's good.
Right.
Did you guys have a Halloween party with the Bills?
Yeah, well, we had where we would bring the kids in to do trick-or-treating around the stadium. and on the field, practice field, and through the office. So yeah, we always had something that was pretty, in spirit with the season.
Do you remember your favorite Halloween costume, either as a kid or as an adult?
I always wanted to be a vampire.
Okay.
I always wanted to be a vampire. So that, and now my youngin, Armani, he loves to be the Halo guy. He ended up creating his own armor. You know what I mean? And,
Really?
yeah. So and my other kids, Maya and Mia, they love to be either animals or my youngest daughter, Mia, she's a softball player we're talking about. She loves to be any type of animal. And then my daughter, she's like Benson.
Okay.
He does real things, real persons, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's who she is. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. So that's what you're up to now. You're in San Diego, running after the kids a lot, and you were talking about you're heading back because your daughter has a softball tournament. So what's that like now after the playing and, kind of settling into that role?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I would, if I knew it was all this work every day, taking them to practice, then you come back home, you think you chilling. Oh, wait, no, we got practice here. Now we got dinner night. We got to go here. It's like, oh, I should have kept playing. I would have played through all the injuries. But no, it's seriously, it's a blessing, though, at the end of the day, man, being able to see the kids grow and having that ableness or the ability to, take care and be there. Mentorship. That's what we do heavy also. We stepped in with the youth community. We have youth teams in Arizona, in Northern California, and just trying to prep their mind for life after football and while going through football, so being able to connect with people and just share our wisdom is what it's about on our side.
What sport would you stay up until 3 in the morning to watch? Because there's a lot of people with a baseball hangover today, given the nature of the Dodgers and Jays 18-inning affair last night that ended in favor of the Dodgers.
Yeah. I mean, it was close to baseball. I'm gonna say hockey. I'll stay up for hockey. Yeah. Shout out to Sabres Live, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the thing. Like when it's playoff hockey, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4 overtime, 5 overtime. Baseball, they went 18 innings.
Fifth time.
That's the fifth time that
and
it's
it's
gone
never
18.
gone beyond 18.
Wow.
In the playoffs?
Playoffs.
In the playoffs. That's incredible.
Yep.
And the way that it happened, too. The Jays in the 18th inning, have runners on second and third, 2 outs. You're thinking maybe they had so many opportunities.
Yes.
I fell asleep in the 14th inning. It was like past 1 a.m. I was like, okay, I'm going to bed now. But what sports did you play as a kid, though? Was it focused on football all the time?
Yeah, it was football, basketball, and baseball.
Okay.
I wish I played some volleyball. My son, he's in competitive volleyball now, and that seems so much fun. Now we do it at the family reunions, and I'm dominating. I'm taking advantage of the uncles and aunties. I mean, I'm taking advantage though, but yeah, I played football, basketball, but I really wish I did focus more on baseball though. It seems like you can play a little longer, considering taking care of the body. But
it's 162 games a year. It's busy,
a lot of games. It's a lot of games.
And you're traveling, but it's different. But you're right. It seems like you can manage.
Indeed.
You don't take the hits the same way. That's
right,
for sure.
Right. But yeah, the one that got me furthest was football. At the end of the day, that was the scholarship, and I don't believe I would have even went to college if I didn't get that scholarship. To be honest.
Yeah.
So tonight, your in-arena host, Stevie Johnson, is with us here on Sabres Live. It's Bills night inside of KeyBank Center. Again, note the start time at 6:45. And you come in here, as you do, I think, most places, you come in here with ease, confidence, camaraderie that you establish with everyone. How comfortable are you just being in front of the microphone, the camera, and has that always been the way? And how excited should people be for you tonight, kind of putting on a show?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even say being excited for me to put on the show. It's more so your Sabres. You gotta be here to support the Sabres, no matter who the host is, and understand. Like we spoke on earlier. Yeah, we got the goals back there, but it's not like this.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a great team here and a developing team. As far as being on the mic and talking, no, I'm really reserved. I'd rather not be, but when for something like this, it's special. It's like a duty in a sense, So I don't think about the nerves or anything. I just think about what they're thinking. Like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. Stevie's here, or so and so is here. Yeah. So we got to provide for them, So I'm looking forward to
grabbing a few fans randomly. So be ready. You might be hosting with me. So that's what I'm looking
But
forward to.
you are a creative type, don't you think?
Yes, it's very creative. I'd rather be in the back, but if I have to be in the front, I understand what my duty is.
But we play with some guys, and we know, this one will do TV, or this one will be a coach, and this one may be a GM sometime. And I'm hearing you talk, and the personality that you are. I mean, people are walking the atrium, and you're like, "Hey, yo!" And
that's my guy.
That's my guy. Like, I could see you on TV, like on Sunday morning. I get up, I turn on, and there's Stevie Johnson. I can see you on TV, so that's something that maybe
I should pursue. Yeah. I mean, this is the confirmation here. Maybe I'll send a few more emails to some of my network friends and see if I can do that.
I mean, it'd be good to see you and Fitz back on the desk again.
Yeah.
He's doing pretty good, but I feel like he needs you to look over
hey,
and give
that chemistry, right? That's that chemistry, and I really do a lot for Buffalo because of what they did for me, in a sense. So, I do some work outside of Buffalo, but I didn't really focus on that or the broadness of the entirety of the NFL. I just wanted to represent the Bills, and from here, I've been getting a lot of opportunities. Maybe I should, take advantage of it some more.
What are some of the things outside of football and family, obviously, that you are proud of that you've done?
Yeah, so as far as our mentorship, so Club HBHF Exposure Academy, what we do is we take kids, whether you're an athlete or not, whether you're playing or you just want the experience, we've taken kids for a week at a time, and we house them, and we teach them banking, the basics of banking. Just going there and being comfortable asking questions and understand that those are your friends. It don't need to be daunting. We have a connection with Chef Stevie. He's a part of the Delaware staff and the chef here. Teaching them how the basics of cooking, going to the grocery store. And then we take them around to compete against different teams because that's what you're getting involved in when you go to college. So the mentorship has been heavy for us. From that, we do hobbies as far as we got cigar mafia companies. Shout out to my guy Dennis. We do digital work with the kids also as far as getting them prepped for this new life, the new life of digital media and being able to control your own. Our producers in the back, you seen what she was doing, managing everything.
Yeah.
That's what we have to get our younger generation on to think hey, that's the way it's done, and not complaining about it. And,
How old are these kids that you mentor? What age group is that?
So for those weekly trips, they went from 14 to our oldest one was 22.
Okay,
I believe 22, and the 22-year-old he wasn't an athlete. He wanted to have that experience of waking up every day at 6 o'clock, going to do this, going to do that. He was a late bloomer, but now he's a sports trainer. So it's just providing those sparks. Also, children's books. We do children's books.
That's what I was fascinated by.
Yeah. So that's one thing that I'm probably the most proud of. The creativeness that Charlie, my guy Zach, we take other people's obstacles, put them in a book in a story mode, and then share it to the world so that they can understand that even their favorite players has been through something.
And the target age for those children's books?
I mean, that one's from 5 to 50, 55, 5 and beyond because all
because
of those
we can always learn.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. So we got Fred Jackson. He's the incredible Hulk, right? But people didn't know he used to be one of the smallest guys on his team. He had to overcome the obstacle of being picked on and going to work out every day, being at the bottom of the depth chart. Eric Wood, we have a book with Eric Wood, and the story that he had with his family is just I never even knew. I played against him for years and never knew what he was going through personally with his family. Again, we have books on Fitz, myself, the drop that I've had. We put all our stuff out there so that people can learn and understand. Just because these guys went pro, life wasn't perfect or easy for them. They still had an obstacle to get over.
Great stories.
Incredible.
Great stories.
You still follow your alma mater at Kentucky?
Absolutely.
Got a good one here in Buffalo. Played his first game on Sunday, Maxwell Erson, so that's good.
It's good to see UK players here. We got Ray Davis, Deion Walker, and Max Harrison doing his thing. It's good to see that. It's good to see them being able to utilize that Kentucky blue. I feel like it's special because guys at Kentucky have that same feeling of Buffalo, that sense of pride. I want to do more to prove it. I want to prove it. Being a Kentucky player in the SEC, you come to Buffalo, it's the same mindset. I'm gonna prove it. We go get there. same with the Sabres, you know.
Can't wait for tonight. Thank you so much
Same.
for being
Yeah,
here.
that's awesome.
Stevie
Can't wait to feel the
Johnson.
buzz and the
Yes.
energy in the
Yeah,
building.
Let's go.
Stevie
Let's go.
Johnson from the Bills and terrific NFL career, and he is in arena host tonight here at KeyBank Center. It's Bills night, Sabres and Jackets. The puck drops at 6:45, so note that start time. We're on with pregame coverage on MSG at 6. Now, of course, this guy's been a lot of fun to not only have on the show, but just to watch over the years. And I think the more and more we get to know this current group of Sabres, you see the chemistry, the friendships, the connections, and often the hilarity that ensues.